control treatment takes center stage as Nigeria commemorates World Pest Day. FCT Emergency Management Agency stakeholders meet to strategize ways to mitigate flooding. And FCTA sensitizes staff on suicide prevention to ensure healthy workforce. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the evening news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. My name is Aisha Oba Ali. The Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress have agreed to suspend the planned nationwide strike after constituting a committee to review 7-point framework. This is coming after a long session between the representatives of the federal government and the union leaders.
The federal government, the TUC and the NLC to establish a joint committee to review the proposal for any wage increase or award and establish a framework and timeline for implementation. The federal government, the TUC and the NLC to review World Bank Finance Cash Transfer Scheme and propose inclusion of low-income earners in the program.
At our joint date, we'll go into more specifics to make sure this knotty issue is resolved. Thank you very much.
All we want to encourage government is to take this seriously, because this government is just coming. This may be the first agreement that is being signed by this government that was inaugurated on May 29 by Tinubu, President Tinubu's administration. So I want us to commit to get these issues resolved as soon as possible.
The committee is scheduled to meet on June 19, 2023 to agree on the implementation framework. And away from industrial action, 43 critical stakeholders in flood mitigation have met in Abuja to map out new measures on effective flood mitigation and response. Permanent Secretary FCTA Olushade Adeshola says a stitch in time on measures for flood mitigation is very necessary, as the hydrological agencies have warned. Sophia Uche reported that the event was organized by FCT FEMA.
Factors complicating flooding are alterations on the land during development, diversions of water from its natural source, blockage of water from its channels, improper waste management, and so on. Permanent Secretary FCTA Olushade Adeshola says synergy, advocacy, and measures must be strengthened to ensure no loss of life or property in this year's flood forecast.
The entire land in FCT is vested in the federal government. There are no local lands. Area councils cannot allocate land. Chiefs have no land to sell. When you buy from them, you are likely to buy a problem land.
Director General FCT FEMA Abbas Idris says the plan involves the 6 area councils and flood-prone areas.
We are going to have a water training for our divers, because they have been used to probably one river, and so if the water system and the weather changes, they will find it very difficult to really carry out rescue.
That is why the Permanent Secretary and the Director General of FCT Emergency Management Agency quickly asked us to put this meeting together so that critical stakeholders will come up with more mitigative measures, more than what we put in place last year.
FCT FEMA says attitudinal change on the part of Nigerians will go a long way in changing the narrative. The stakeholders' resolution emphasized stronger collaboration to mitigate flooding. Sophia Uche, NTA News.
Looking at health now, in ensuring a healthy workforce And in commemoration with United Nations Suicide Day, the Federal Capital Territory Administration is sensitizing its staff on suicide prevention. The one-day sensitization program is to educate its workforce on triggers to taking one's own life.
Part of why people don't want to share their problems now is because very quickly your information can go viral, and then there's shame and stigmatization and all of those things.
When people say a problem shared is a problem half solved, is the best practice according to health experts while analyzing the causes of suicide.
We must address other social difficulties. People in abusive situations, people have been kidnapped, people have been abused sexually, physically, and all of those things. We must address all these other conditions.
However, there is no exemption across all the ages, all sexes, all race, and globally.
No incident of suicide has been reported in the factors that trigger suicide and where to seek help.
We're going to start linking people also to service centers, particularly the primary health care centers.
According to World Health Organization, suicide is the fourth leading cause of death among people between the age of 15 and 29, with approximately about 1 million deaths as a result of suicide at schools and other public places.
Adishola says the Blue Beam program of the Abuja Environmental Protection Board is geared towards ensuring proper waste disposal and sorting at source to address pollution. Olushade Adishola stated this at the 2023 Environment Day celebration in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu completes the report.
The theme for 2023 World Environment Day, Solutions to Plastic Pollution, harps on the United Nations global campaign to reduce and eliminate pollution in both terrestrial and aquatic environments. Remarks by the stakeholders and drama presentation by the students are reminders to all on the need to take action towards reducing the use of plastics and ensure their proper disposal in the territory. This, the representative of the FCTA Permanent Secretary says, is coming against the backdrop of the challenge of plastic.
Encourage waste segregation as such. We have an ongoing pilot project in Life Camp Gwarinpa, Wuse 2, and other parts of the Federal Capital City.
Plastic pollutes ecosystems and harms human health and biodiversity. A careful and concerted effort is needed to ensure that this trend is stopped.
The authorities say
weeds and other unwanted plants in a farm constitutes a threat. However, human effort to control pests has a long history. June 6th annually is set aside as World Pest Day to seek for professional pest control treatments for home and plants at regular intervals. Deborah Gaza-Jamaica reports.
How pests undermine agricultural produce has remained a challenge. The annual commemoration of World Pest Day aims to increase awareness on pest management and its benefits to maintain the quality of life of people and plants.
If there is any insect in that farm, then you can use a Larafos. If you plant like something like okra, beans.
We normally buy the insecticide now to use, because if you don't put that insecticide, the crops where they germinate, they will not grow fine.
The celebration initiated by the Chinese Pest Control Association was first observed in the year 2017 with an inaugural ceremony held in Beijing. Government and media are aware of the important role pest management plays in protecting public health, and so promoting the use of professional pest management in a scientific and socially responsible manner must be given serious attention.
Any contact of chemical can cause a lungs damage, a liver damage, probably a kidney damage, because when you inhale the mist in you, it goes down to your lungs.
Pest varies from fungi and bacteria which damage animals and plants. In Abuja, Deborah Gaza-Jamaica, NTA News.
Meanwhile, parents, invited guests and teachers were wowed by different artistic displays by students of Prudential International School, Gwarinpa, at their 2023 Art and Music Fiesta. Wayne Dogo was at the Top North School's creative event. Report that the school took this opportunity to launch its school music album and poetry book.
Prudential International School, described by many as a popular citadel of learning, demonstrated its high educational pedigree during its arts and music fiesta. Children in the school are said to have been groomed not only in the daily conventional school learning, but also in ways that would help them discover and explore their creative artistic talents.
Every single activity or curriculum or event that the school is engaged in turns out to be one of the best. So for us, we are very grateful for the school. The Chinese proverb says, if you want to plan for a day, sow rice. If you want to plan for a decade, plant a tree. If you want to plan forever, educate people. Well, this part of it of educating our children, I think, comes as the most important.
To face their challenges, to speak, even when you feel they won't be able to face the public to talk, it's really going to enhance them.
The director, Prudential International School, Dr. Essien Patrick, speaks on the idea behind the talent-driven event.
Children are supposed to be balanced. It's not all about science, because some parents already call us a science school because of our past science events. Apart from science, we are also very grounded in arts.
I think this art fiesta is very, very important because of some people are going into the arts journeys. Like they want to become artists and other amazing things.
Some of the students enlightened and entertained guests through arts presentations, music, dance, vocational empowerment, while others spoke about the history and autobiography of famous philosophers and African writers like Chinua Achebe. Parents were also given the opportunity to demonstrate their artistic skills. Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
Still looking at children's education, but this time from the religious angle. It was a fulfilling day as parents and well-wishers gathered to celebrate children of Madrasatul Tafqatul Islamiyya as they completed the recitation of the Holy Quran. Aisha Bashir captured the moments.
Memorization of the Holy Quran and ability to recite same off heart is very unique and the desire of every Muslim faithful. And so, at this graduation, speakers emphasize its significance.
Sincerely speaking, I am very delighted today. I'm a very happy man for the fact that these children have, let me call it, graduated to set another good foundation to start a deep and wider search into the Islamic knowledge. So it is really a commendable thing.
I feel very happy. In fact, I shed tears when my child is reading. I feel very, very, very happy.
I'm advising the parents to take care, train them to know the Holy Quran, because the Holy Quran is complete way of life.
I'm one of the graduating students and I feel very happy and very excited. I wish for myself greatness, success, goodness and happiness in life.
I thank God for the opportunity God has given all of us to witness this Walima today.
I'm very excited and happy that I finished the Quran by God's grace. And I'm happy that all the people that are here to listen to me read the Holy Quran.
They also encourage other students to look up to the graduating students as they can do better. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
When malaria won't show power for your side, it gon' knock you down. I'm a them salt gel. Ayua. Me I can tell you no say. Malaria my lesson when no get bad days. Oh, bitter days come out and it dey easy to swallow. I got red game changer. I'm a them salt gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life.
Irin tashin hankalin da ke biyo bayan yaƙi babu ruwansa da ko kai wane ne, ƙabilarka ko kuma addininka. Idan yaƙi ya zo, ritsawa ike yi da kowa mai kuɗi ko talaka. An lalata komai, babu sauran abin moriya. Idan aka yi yaƙin basasa a ƙasa, babu wanda ike yin nasara domin kowa sai ya yi asara. A zub da jinin waɗanda ba su ji ba su gani ba, a jefa su cikin masifa babu gaira babu dalili, duk a sakamakon yaƙi. Mu baiwa sojojinmu haɗin kai da goyon baya domin ganin sun yi nasara akan aikinsu. Kada mu sake mu yi wani abin da zai ƙara musu matsala akan wacce suke fuskanta. Babu abin da ya fi tattaunawa daɗi. Kada mu sake mu yi abin da zai rarraba kawunanmu. Za mu fi ƙarfi da daraja a dunkule. Nigeria ƙasa ɗaya ce, al'umma ɗaya. Kasancewar mu al'umma ɗaya shine ƙarfi da daraja a gare mu, kuma shine abin sha'awa a duniya.
Now, what's happening in the world of sports? We can find out from the sports desk.
Rivers Angels began their quest for another Nigeria Women's Football League Premiership title on a winning note as they recorded a 2-0 win over Robo Queens in the opening game of the Nigeria Women's Football League Super 6 on Tuesday. Delta Queens beat Confluence Queens 3-1 in other game of the day to move top of the Group B. The Nigerian Football Federation has disclosed that Super Eagles camp will open on June 12 in Lagos ahead of the 2024 African Cup of Nations qualifier between Nigeria and the Lone Stars of Sierra Leone. Elsewhere, the draw for the 2023 beach handball has been conducted and Nigeria's beach handball team has been placed in Group B. The second edition of the beach handball games is scheduled to hold on June 24th and 26th in Hammamet, Tunisia. According to the draw, Nigeria will compete in Group B alongside Libya and Togo. With Sports Brief, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
And it's with that sports brief we conclude the English version of the news. Please stay tuned for translation. Don't go away. I am Aisha Uba Ali. Good evening.
ba gbaje be shaje wo wona bi ku shagbe dai wa na ba yi shi ba dai wo ye mo praise so ayuba woni wago na ba ge gai aza aba pe ye shinye chi ata ku be ye shi kin si dai ba san asako zan shi mba ba vi ba shi nge nuwa aje ba shigbe nkiye nge safia uche wadai nge kin si na ya ta de shai nge alu sade adesola wadai nge ye shi nge ye shi mana no kongolo ba be na ba shin a ba no ko yue ba shin ba wa lo te ba shin shi bwa a shin ba shigbe sapa nge fema tete je ba wa godo we gaga ba ku be je ba ntege aba pe ku da nge na ngba ma atwe kwen aba shi gba nwa nuwa shi kwa baje na nse a shi aza shi sagi wa godo we ga nga ta ku gushen da ba pe wa fi wa fun ala gyan tunbua nge yite shi anya ya pe na nuwa fion gwamnati a kinzi na titin shi ba la fita mana la washi kwai kan aza a titin shi a weya na banu kwai na za shi a jelo inge haji aza gilo wai ba da inge ba shi bade kwai ba fi a gbada gun ni pe banu aisha ba li wada inge akiye bagbatu taye inge zankwaci wa wai ko la wan bigi wo wewe akoto inge ba mana ni to shi kwai ba haji zagi inge wa wai na bohom wa go de ba nga nga ebie nko shi kokon kwa tu okobie eye nukoi ala igya tubwa ga yenye ko ba bwa za te ye ha la hebigi wewen anabaji ajes dai nge gbodogun atutishin ba nya je NLC na do na agiko dai giko ginya ibaku ye nge baba mtaye mnagi nge sheba na tutishin inya kujikpabo na bai bashi azu kowe na babwa asase ndagma na je ashi abashigbe mbaji jelo mbwe badai nge baba su buye sanu gbodogun ye be sase na gwamnati ba wuba ba bugba ba bai je nge sasid na mama pye kwe na pye a wace chwa gban bai je she baba ya nge gwamnati kwa lapta kwa shi abu bata ku ya ga nge ashi na ba anwu ya awen ya kama gba ji anabaji kuzo yi be ja da wesu nshe kwasi we fi na gbada paga she ko ni jisu saisu
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkamu da warhaka ga fassarar labaran mu yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Ƙungiyoyin ƙodago na ƙasa sun ɗage yajin aikin gargaɗi da suka yi niyyar tafiya a faɗin ƙasar nan bayan zama da jagororin ƙungiyar suka yi da kwamitin da aka kafa domin nazari da suka yi da wasu matakai bakwai tare da wakilan gwamnatin tarayya. Kwamitin zai sake zama a ranar 19 ga watan Yuni 2023 domin amincewa da matakan da aka gindaya na samar da maslaha a tsakanin ƙungiyoyin da gwamnatin tarayya. Masu ruwa da tsaki kan magance ambaliyar ruwan sama ta ƙasa 43 sun zauna a nan birnin tarayya Abuja domin kamo bakin zaren matsalar aukuwar ambaliyar ruwan sama a birnin Abuja. Wakilin Musafiya Uche ta shaida mana cewa sakataren dindindin na hukumar raya birnin tarayya Olushade Adeshola ya ce ɗaukar matakai masu tasiri da wuri zai taimaka gaya wajen magance matsalar, kamar yadda hukumar kula da ruwa ta ƙasa ta yi gargaɗin haka a taron da hukumar kai agajin gaggawa ta FEMA ta shirya reshen birnin tarayya Abuja. Domin tabbatar da martaba ran bil'adama, hukumar raya birnin tarayya Abuja ta himmatu wajen wayar da kan al'umma akan illolin kisan kai da sanin muhimmancin rayuwa. Wakilar Aisha Ubali ta shaida mana cewa hukumar ta yi haka ne a matsayin gudunmuwarta ga al'umma ta bikin zagayowar ranar hana kisan kai ta duniya, inda ta ƙudiri niyyar hidimar ne domin jama'a su fa'idantu da ilimin amfanin rayuwa da ƙauracewa barnar kisan kai. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan gaba ɗaya, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu.
ekele m gị Igbo wem, ọ ga-erukwala ọzọ maka akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Onye gị na ya nọ taa bụ Rachel Ifi Unu. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka ọrụ n'ala anyị NLC n'ahịa ịchafụ bekee nakwa ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka azụmahịa TUC ekwetala na ha ga-akwụsịtụ abụba ọrụ ha kwadoro ịgba n'ala anyị. O kwere nghọta na nke a pụtara ihe site na mkparịta ụka gọọmenti etiti na ndị nnọchianya otu ndị a were banyere ya bụ abụba ọrụ. Ha gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ha ga-ezukọ ọzọ n'abalị 19 nke ọnwa Juun iji wee nkwekọrịta zuru oke. ndị ọnụ na-eru n'okwu na ihe banyere ide mmiri dị 43 ewela nzukọ n'isi ala anyị iji wepụta usoro ọhụrụ ha ga-agbaso iji gbochie ya bụ ide mmiri. Sefia Uche Nneoma wetara akụkọ na ya bụ nzukọ bụ nke ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka ihe mberede FEMA chịkọbara. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na onye odeakwụkwọ gọọmenti isi ala anyị Olushade Adesola kwuru na ha mere nzukọ a n'ihi mkpa ọ dị ọkachasị n'oge abụ oge udu mmiri. N'ihu na ndị ọrụ ahụike na-arụ ọrụ ahụike n'ụzọ kwesịrị ekwesị nakwa n'iji cheta mba jikọtara mba ụwa niile ọnụ, gọọmenti isi ala anyị amalitela ịkụziri ndị ọrụ ahụike ụzọ dị iche iche a ga-esi gbochie mmadụ iji aka ya gbuo onwe ya. Aisha Obali wetara akụkọ na ya bụ nkụzi nke ha jiri otu ụbọchị mee bụ iji kụziere ndị ọrụ ha banyere mmadụ iji aka ya gbuo onwe ya bụ nke na-amụbawanye kwa mgbe. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, otu aka ọha anyị n'ọnụ bụ akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Chebirikwa anyị n'ihu oge echi niile. Ndewo.